People will assume that they just can't buy a home because they think they don't make enough money or their credit isn't perfect or they just don't have enough money saved up. But the truth is, you won't know until you ask. Are you a first-time home buyer in Greensboro, North Carolina? If so, I need you to listen up because I'm about to save you some time. I'm going to save you money. I'm going to save you some stress by sharing 7 common mistakes that I see a lot of first-time buyers make all the time. These mistakes can cost you thousands of dollars. They can delay your home purchase or even cause you to lose out on your dream home. And I get it. Buying a home can feel overwhelming. If you're anything like some of my past clients, you may be thinking, do I even qualify? What if my credit isn't perfect? Do I have enough money to buy a home? So I had a couple who reached out to me recently and they had the exact same doubts. And they've been renting for years and they were just kind of convinced that home ownership was not even an option for them. But then they found me on YouTube. They watched every single one of my videos, even my very first video that's a little cringy, but anyway. And they decided to take a chance and call me. And after one conversation, they realized that there were programs available to help them and that they didn't need that perfect 800 credit score that they thought they needed to buy a home. So fast forward a few months, they are now homeowners right here in Greensboro. And that's why I always say, don't assume that you can't buy a home. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to avoid these common mistakes and what you need to do to confidently move forward with purchasing a home. So if we hadn't met yet, hello, I'm Lynette Selby. I am a realtor right here in Greensboro, North Carolina, and I help first-time buyers and those relocating to Greensboro navigate the home buying process with confidence and less stress. So if you're moving to Greensboro from out of town, I know the process can feel even more overwhelming, but I specialize in making that transition smooth and stress-free. And if you're new here, be sure to do me a couple favors. Subscribe to the channel because I share weekly tips on buying, selling, and relocating to Greensboro. And I want you to stick around because I have a free home buyer roadmap that breaks down the home buying process step by step, and you can download it right now by using the link in the description box. But you know what? I got you covered. I'll remind you about it later on in the video too. But let's jump right into it. So mistake number 1 is assuming that you cannot buy a home. And this is by far the most common mistake that I see. People will assume that they just can't buy a home because they think they don't make enough money or their credit isn't perfect or they just don't have enough money saved up. But the truth is, you won't know until you ask. There are so many first-time buyer programs that offer low down payment options and flexible loan programs for buyers who don't have that perfect credit score. So the biggest mistake is not reaching out to find out what's available for you. Mistake number 2 is not talking to a lender first. And this one is huge. So imagine walking into a store, right? You're loading up your cart. You're putting everything that you want inside of this shopping cart. You go to checkout and then you realize you have no idea how much money you have in your bank account. Not a good situation, right? So that's exactly what happens when you start house hunting before you speak with a lender. So talking to a lender first, it helps you know exactly how much home you can afford. Then you can get pre-approved to make you an even stronger buyer. And then you can learn more about the loan options that could save you lots of money. And in today's market, some homes are still getting multiple offers. So if you're not pre-approved and ready to go, then you may even lose out on the home that you love. So if this has been helpful so far, go ahead and grab that free home buyer roadmap using the link in the description box because it breaks down everything step by step so you know exactly what to expect. But now let's move on to mistake number 3. So mistake number 3 is overlooking down payment assistance options. Did you know that there are programs that can literally give you money to help with your down payment? A lot of buyers assume that they need to save tens of thousands of dollars, but the reality is there are programs designed to help my first-time buyers. So in North Carolina, there are several down payment assistance programs that are based on your income, your profession. So if you're a teacher, healthcare worker, and military personnel, you can qualify, and there are programs for first-time home buyers. And most people never even check to see if they qualify. So before you assume that you can't afford a home, let's check out what's available for you. Let's look into some of these programs to see if you qualify and can get some assistance with your down payment and closing costs. So mistake number 4 is not exploring all loan options. Most buyers think that there is just one type of mortgage, but that is so not true. So depending on your situation, you may qualify for an FHA loan, which has a low down payment. They're kind of lenient with your credit, and it is great for my first-time buyers. A VA loan requires no money down for military members and veterans, and a USDA loan offers 100% financing in eligible areas. And then lastly, we have conventional loans with flexible options for buyers with good to great credit scores. So the best loan for you really depends on your finances and your long-term goals. So don't just take the first loan that you're offered. Make sure you explore all of your options. So mistake number 5 is ignoring additional home ownership costs. So owning a home isn't just about your monthly mortgage payment. You have to consider all of the expenses that come into play, like property taxes, homeowners insurance, HOA fees if applicable, and maintenance and repairs. The last thing that you want is to buy a home and then you realize that you're kind of house poor because you didn't budget for all of the costs that are associated with purchasing a home. So mistake number 6 is skipping the home inspection. Never, ever, ever skip a home inspection. Even if the home looks perfect, it could have some hidden issues like roof damage, plumbing problems, electrical issues, or even foundation concerns. So spending a few $100s on having all of this inspected could save you thousands of dollars of unexpected repairs down the road. And mistake number 7 is waiting too long to make an offer. Yes, I get it. Buying a home is a big decision, but in today's market, homes are starting to move fast, and if you wait too long, someone else is definitely going to snatch it up. So if you are serious about buying a home right here in Greensboro or the surrounding areas, this is what we need to do next. 1, we need to download that homebuyer roadmap using the link in the description box because it will walk you through the home buying process step by step so you know exactly what to expect. Then I need you to book a call with me so we can kind of talk about your options. And if you found this video helpful, I need you to do me a couple favors. I need you to hit that like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you never miss an episode. I release videos just like this twice a week. So if this is the type of content that you like, it might be a good idea to hit that subscribe button. But I want to thank you so much for checking out the video, and I'll see you next time. Y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.